Hello and welcome to all. Today's demo, we'll see how we'll convert manual test cases to Selenium Java using Cursor AI. Okay, before we start, first we'll quickly see what is a Cursor AI. Cursor AI is like a smart coding assistant inside a code editor. Okay, so I have given one example. Okay, in Microsoft Word. Okay, when we are drafting a big paragraph. Okay, it is helping like to write an English sentence with spell check and suggestions. Similarly, Cursor AI helps programmers and testers to write a code, it creates test cases, finding the bugs, and automate the task using simple English command prompts. Okay. Now, if you see, since Cursor is built on VS Code, okay, it looks almost the same as VS Code. Okay, but it is a powerful AI features built into it. Okay, and as part of today's demo, we'll see how we'll convert manual test case to Selenium. Okay, and for this one, I have considered the same features which we last demo, which we converted user story to login features to manual test case. Okay, so now if you see, this is the user story. As a customer, I want to log in the application so that I can access my account. And if you remember last session, so we gave the last acceptance criteria. When user enters the valid credentials, click on login, then it should redirect to welcome screen after successful login. And this is the login screen. Okay, and okay, and through cursor only we have created near around 28 test cases, which I already imported in xls. That demo we already in demo we already saw in last session. Okay, and this is the one of the test case as part of the same demo. Okay, I have considered for the automation. Okay, now we'll see. Okay, so before that, first, how we'll give a prompt to cursor AI. Okay, so if you give the wrong prompt, we'll get a incorrect information. Okay, so we need to give the correct prompt. So how we'll give the correct prompt? Like act as a senior Selenium automation engineer. Convert the following manual test case into Selenium WebDriver Java code using TestNG. We need to give the manual test case here. If in case your organization is using the Jira, you need to mention Jira ID and follow. Okay, like Java, Selenium WebDriver, TestNG, page object model, proper assertion, and also perform the professional coding standard. Okay, so that means when my code is getting generated through Cursor AI, okay, it should be standard. Okay, now quickly we'll see complete manual to automation workflow. Okay, so this is the complete workflow. Like we have a user story where its requirements mentioned, the acceptance criteria mentioned. Then we have converted the manual test case, okay, which we already covered in last session. Then cursor AI analysis will perform. Then after that, we'll generate the same manual test case to Selenium Java. Okay, then we'll if in case we require test data, okay, we'll mention in our prompt test data is also required. Then assertion will also put it. Okay, then execution will also happen, and finally report is also get generated. Okay, now if you see like traditional QA, okay, we spend a lot of hours converting manual test cases into automation script. But with Cursor AI, the same activity can be escalated significantly by generating Selenium Java code, page object, then assertion and framework components from natural language prompt. Okay, and remember, as a full stack QA engineer, we need to still validate the business logic. We need to review the generated code. Okay, we will not copy paste as it is. Okay, we need to review the code and ensure the maintainability. But obvious, our development speed increases. Okay, and what we'll do? Okay, like as I mentioned, last session we already generated this 28 test cases, and as part of today's demo, okay, so we'll copy first test case. When user enters the valid username and password, click on the login, then welcome screen get displayed. Okay, for that one, I am going to copy the prompt. Okay, here. Okay, so you need to copy. Okay, just let me make sure that okay, yes. Then I am going to open the cursor. Okay, new agent. You need to copy, paste here. Act as a senior Selenium automation engineer. Convert the following manual test case into Selenium WebDriver Java. Okay, here what I will do, I'm going to mention the manual test case in details. Okay, so this is the manual test case. I'm just copying till expected result, just making sure that everything is copied correctly. Yeah, so yeah, everything is copied. Okay, here you can see. Now I'm giving the same thing to prompt, and I'm going to click on enter. Okay, okay, now here you can see within a fraction of second, okay, our manual test case, whatever the here we have, okay, first test case within a second, within a fraction of second, automation scripts get generated using Selenium Java TestNG. Okay, definitely it increases the hour speed. Okay, but we no needs to copy paste as it is. We need to review it. Okay, we'll see now. Here you can see cursor AI. Okay, login page.java gets created. Okay, welcome page.java is also gets created. Okay, first login TC login it's also mentioned. It gets created. And now if you see here, okay, so these all scripts. Okay, we can review it here. Okay, now let me run it. Okay, it is also asking to run. Okay, so if I say review, okay, these all scripts are available here. Okay, now here we can see within a fraction of second my test case gets automated. Okay, and here you can see, like if in case we need to automate the same test case, okay, like first test case, definitely as a automation tester, okay, it will take 3 to 4 hours, but using cursor AI within a fraction of second we have automated the test case. Okay, and now we'll say it's asking to run approval. Okay, it is running. Now here you can see my test case gets created. Okay, login page. Okay, here you can see WebDriver, login screen, username, password, everything it gets created. Okay, here you can see enter username. Okay, and it's also consider the form framework. Okay, enter password. Okay, so this all the methods it defined under the login. Okay, and here you can see my test is also started running automatically. Okay, and if you see in left hand side, okay, it's also got created the files. Okay, here you can see it's created the file login page. Now if I open this one, okay, form framework, like as I mentioned, okay, and here you can see it gets created and application opened, enter the username and closed. Okay, now if you see here on left hand side, it's automatically it's created the form file and also test case created. Okay, now if you see here, welcome screen. Okay, login page. Yeah, so login screen is displayed. Enter username. Okay, method gets called. Okay, enter password. Click login button. Okay, here you can see it. Okay, same way, welcome screen, welcome page. Okay, now if you come here, okay, welcome page. Okay, so here you can see it is the same like our form framework. It's created the scripts within a fraction of second, and we can use it. Okay, now if you see run, okay, now here you can see it's running, script is running. And if you see here under the test, okay, module login is also gets created. Okay, and we are calling all the methods, okay, or the objects. Okay, so under this test method, okay, here you can see cursor AI only created on left hand side. Okay, before suite is also mentioned, it's created the object of the web driver. Okay, here you can see, and okay, and it is created the object of login page, welcome page, where the form screens are there. Okay, and after that we'll it's also put the assertions. Okay, now if you see login screen, login test case, here you can see assertions already put. Okay, and yeah, and after suite it's also closing the browser. Okay, Now, if you see rerun, and if you want to rerun the test case again, we'll simply come here, okay, here, and as part of test, okay, it's got failed. Okay, it is running. We'll see it. Okay, you can see browser is opened. Okay, test user entered. Okay, welcome to full stack your mindset scheme. Okay, now if you see here, yeah, it's run. Yeah, and if in case you want to run explicitly, you can just simply click on run test. Okay, and browser is also closed now. Okay, now here you can see test run done. Okay, and yeah, and here how its structure is there, it's also mentioned. Okay, so now here you can see all these details it's gave within a fraction of second. Okay, here you can see, and if in case you want to use the data provider, we can also use the data provider. Okay, now if in case here you can see it's hard coded value, we can change the value. Okay, like demo test 123, I'm going to save it, and explicitly I am going to run it. Okay, here just simply come right click run test. Okay, now we'll see, we'll check it whether that code is really referring the same test case or not. Okay, and after that we'll push this code into our git. Okay, here you can see my test case start running. Okay, okay, now if you see within a fraction of second we have written the one test case we have automated. Okay, using Selenium Java. Here you can see my browser gets opened, and yeah, here you can see, okay, it gets closed. Okay, so we need to fix the, if in case there is some errors are there. Okay, and the same way we can automate all the test cases. Okay, if in case you have any questions or queries, please let me know. Thank you.